What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In this TGIF video, I'm going to share with you why MULN just had a bullish outside reversal. What that means, if you're carrying a bag at much higher prices or want to roll the dice on a potential squeeze higher, and is it really true that members of our Discord community just made 24% in less than 15 minutes? All that and more coming right up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, last trade on MULN, 1369. Do not be chasing the stock up here. It's a little after 11 o'clock. You'll get this hopefully around noon. Do not be chasing the stock over 16. We had what's called a bullish outside reversal. What does that mean? Technically speaking, you went down to new lows at 147. You then had a reversal, apparently associated with some lawyer, I'm not going to mention his name, that may or may not be hired by MULN. You then squeezed, I think, to 167 or somewhere in that range. Right now it's coming down a bit, 1629. Do not be chasing it over 16. Do not be part of the dumb retail money. I'm here as a courtesy today to explain to you why it's possible that you saw the lows this morning. I'm not saying it's going to squeeze to a quarter, half a buck to $1. I do not believe that's going to happen. Full disclosure, I sold everything over the course of the last month at an average of 18 cents. I also got out of that other pig at 018 and change. I want absolutely nothing to do with these two. I used it to offset a $100,000 plus check I would have had to send to the government in terms of capital gains. And in case you're just crawling out from under a fucking rock, we just finished our biggest month ever. 15 plus wins for north of 500% gains, a handful of other Ask Jasons that I got people out of yesterday before Timber, right? Red Hill, LMDX, wait, more on that in a second. Wheeler got up to as high as 60, came all the way down to 30. When the jig is up, when the party is over, you need to get the fuck out of Dodge. Before I do, like I just said, a courtesy for those that are stuck in MULN. If you're following the stock chat wall, and only 20% on average of almost 350 people are, you had a chance this morning. And you'll notice I often throw you a teaser. Today I said LMDX with the yellow, means caution, came all the way down, round trip, right? Took off at 12 yesterday, went to 30. I told you to sell upper 20s, came all the way back down. I put out a post at 1247 round trip. Then when it got to 1181, almost to the fucking low, I think it went to 1160 if I'm not mistaken, I said okay to buy. We had two whales that I'm aware of bought 300,000 shares under 12 cents a share, blew it out at 14 and a half, made another $7,000 to go with the $26,000 they made in the last 3 days. That's $36,000 if my third grade math serves me in the last 7 fucking days. Those guys and a couple of gals have made over 300,000 in profit in our first 3 months following my advice. You get tagged at everyone on the core holdings, 15 winners in November. And for now, until we launch the channel known as Ask Jason, you ask me what to buy. I even tell you where to buy it and when to get out. You could have had LMDX with us at 1180. You could have been blowing it out at 1457, the high on the day. Wait for it, 1459. $1599 as I'm talking to you right now on MULN. So here's where I'm sitting. I'm sitting right slightly above the pivot. Where was the pivot? 157. You had the negative drop to new lows at 147. You then took out yesterday's highs. That's called a bullish outside reversal. If it's me, I'm sitting slightly above that. So I might sit 1576 tops. If you want to be a little greedier, 1572. I do not think it's going to flush down and through 15.5. If it does it, that would technically mean, especially if it goes a little lower, that the bullish outside reversal is negatory. It's been wiped out. So I don't give a shit if it's related to this lawyer, who I understand is a very high-powered lawyer, but that's going to be offset by the fact that the former Attorney General of Louisiana, and he's not going to be the only one, is coming after David. So if I'm David, and I'm certainly not, thank God, and I haven't run 5 fucking companies into the ground. In fact, I've made people almost 2,000 fucking % on their money in the last 18 months. You could have had 10 grand turn into 200,000. You could have gotten out of the fucking hole in 1 month like many did inside of the Discord. All you would have had to do is go to trysmallbiz.com. Got to get at least one in there and get a Discord if you don't have a small biz premium, which has everything. If you do, try smallbiz.com. But if you're carrying a bag and you're a freeloader, or maybe you're on the fence thinking, man, I really fucking blew it by not getting involved with this guy a month ago, but it's not too late. There's going to be 1,000 trains that leave this station over the next 10 years. And we're going to hitch a ride, in some cases for 15 fucking minutes to make 24%. That's 2.4 years of the S&P at 10% annualized. We made that in 15 fucking minutes. In closing, thank God. 1601. I think I just said it came under 16. So we're a quarter after 11 or thereabouts. You're sitting at 1576, 1572. If it goes to below 15.5, it's negatory. It was a silly little blip associated with a lawyer. It's negatory. You still have the December 14 or thereabouts reverse split vote. If you actually think they're going to pump this fucking stock to north of $1 organically by the end of January, which is the NASDAQ deadline, then you're smoking something that the rest of us might want to have on a Friday night. It's not going to happen. Sorry, Ma. It's not going to happen. She didn't like the pot smoking and the pill popping so much, but she was okay. I almost went for another drink of the coffee. I'm not supposed to be here. This is a courtesy. I've already done my fucking job. I've already generated the biggest month in fucking history, followed by a 24% in 15 minutes. But if you're in there gambling at 1576 on a pullback in this bullish outside reversal, I would use 15 as a stop. So you might use a 3% risk to the downside or thereabouts. If it hits 15, you're out. You're saying, okay, I took a chance. It didn't work. There is a possibility that it could crank, I don't know, let's be realistic, 20 to a quarter. It's possible. The one thing that I will say that gives me, let's say, a 50% chance that it could happen is there's a bullseye on David's fucking chest right now. I don't give a shit who he hires. There's as many or more coming after him. He's already driven 5 fucking companies into the ground. If he's not laying there at night going, oh my God, sweetheart, talking to his wife thinking, we need to do something or we might be sitting behind bars eating fucking dinner in a fucking orange jumpsuit. By the way, before I forget, was it funny as shit this morning? Inside of the Discord, I was doing a self-deprecating rant of all the complaints that people hit me with. There was 10 or 15 people that were playing along. It was funny as hell. I will educate. I will entertain. I will help get you out of this fucking hole. If you get a pump to 20 to a quarter, let go of some. Let go of half. Maybe even let go of all. You can always buy this pig, including the other one, if you want to, 31 days later once you get beyond the wash rule. But it's important that you get it through your head. You have to reach a point, whether you sell some, half, or all, that you get on with your fucking life. You can always buy it back. You've got 29 days or thereabouts to lock in the tax benefit of a loss, but that's up to you. And until next time, always remember that I love you and I really appreciate you watching. Not going to be a white jean night. It's going to be a sweatpant night, which I hear could be